Welcome to the Yeti Cycles Big Mountain Enduro presented by Maxxis. It's the grand finale, the final round of the 2021 season. I'm Ryan Corliss.
And I'm Rob Drew, and we're here in southern Utah at the beautiful Bryan Head Resort for 2 huge days of enduro racing to crown champions in both the men's and women's pro division.
Coming into the final round of the pro men's division, Cody Kelly would hold a 90-point lead over Richie Rude in second, Quinn Reese in third, Colton Peterson in fourth, and Shane Leslie rounding out the top 5. Over in the pro women's division, Kara Lynn would be in first place, Leah Westerman in second with a slim 30-point lead over Portia Murdoch in third, Lauren Bingham in fourth, and Kate Lawrence in 5th place.
All right, welcome back. We're here for day 1 of the 2021 Yeti Cycles Big Mountain Enduro, brought to you by Maxxis Tires. Today is going to be the backcountry day, which has the riders seeing nearly 28 miles of pedaling with 4,000 feet of descending and nearly 4,000 feet of climbing. Now, we are under a threat of some thunderstorms, and this morning when we got up it was raining. But right now the weather is cleared out, and we've got our fingers crossed that the weather is going to continue that way for some great racing today. Stage 3 has some technical sections with some wood features, so if the rain does come, that's going to be really exciting for the riders and potentially create some risky situations.
Stage 1 was the shorter of the 2 backcountry stages and was a super high-speed test of who could stay off the brakes the most. Straight out of the gate, Stephanie McDaniel came out firing, laying down the fastest time in the pro women's division. In some extremely tight racing, Leah Westerman secured the second fastest time, just 2 seconds back, and was looking on form for another solid result. Essence Jaspers secured a third on stage 1 and was looking strong, just 3 seconds behind the fastest time. In the pro men's field, Cody Kelly was leading the series but found himself in 7th on stage 1. The racing was extremely tight, with Cody just 4 seconds off the fastest time. The fastest time belonged to Scott Countryman though, who was setting himself up for a strong weekend. Having not raced much enduro recently, he was relying on his fitness to put in time on the field in the backcountry. Corey Sullivan came out extremely strong on stage 1 and found himself in 2nd place, just 0.02 of a second behind Countryman. Stage 2 was another backcountry stage and the longest of the entire weekend. The stage will start out with a couple of switchbacks and a chunky section where line choice was crucial. Then the riders were in for a flowy downhill lasting up to 20 minutes and was a favourite of most of the races. Essence Jaspers took the honours on stage 2, putting in a whopping 31 seconds into the second fastest time.
Come on, Steph.
Stephanie McDaniel slipped to 3rd on the long and physical 20-minute stage, surrendering her early lead. Cody Kelly was riding smooth and in control, laying down the fastest time of the day on stage 2. Cody completed the stage 7 seconds in the green and wrestled the lead from Countryman. Evan Giancopoulos was moving his way up the field and secured the third fastest time on the most physical stage of the weekend.
Go, Gino!
Scott Countryman had slipped from first place, but was still on the charge and laid down the second fastest time of the day on this 5-mile stage of endurance. With just over 20 minutes of racing completed, the story of the day was an epic battle heating up between Cody Kelly and Scott Countryman in the Pro Men's division. Over in the Pro Women's division, we saw Essence Jaspers and Stephanie McDaniel trading stage for stage throughout the day in some extremely tight racing.
Okay, so that's it for day one of Big Mountain Enduro here in Bryan Head, Utah, and the results are tight in both the pro men's and women's.
In the Pro Women's division, Essence Jaspers holds first place, Stephanie McDaniel 30 seconds back in second, Portia Murdoch in third, Leah Westerman in fourth, and Rachel Strait rounding out the top 5. Over in the Pro Men's division, it was Cody Kelly holding on to first place with a slim 3-second lead over Scott Countryman, Evan Giancopoulos in third, Shane Leslie in fourth, and Corey Sullivan 20 seconds back in fifth.
Okay, so the pro women have just come off the course to the news that stage 3's been canceled. I've got Steph McDaniel here, who's sitting in position 2 right now. Steph, how did it go this morning?
It was awesome. Stage 1 was super fun. Definitely got the lungs opened up a bit. And by the time I dropped stage 2, it was like torrential downpour. So
I see you're wearing some mountain makeup right now.
Yes,
looks good.
Looking super good. But it was super fun and had a blast. And you know, the fun hike back was interesting. But I'm just super glad to be back.
So tomorrow's stages are all in the park.
Yep.
Very rugged.
Yep.
What are you looking forward to most tomorrow?
Honestly, 5 and 6. Like, I'm just super stoked for all the rocky features. They're really fun. So. Got the tool for the job, so.
Yes, you do. You're riding the new Pivot Firebird.
Yep.
Thing looks good and smooth. How'd it feel?
So good. Like, it eats everything up here, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you're armed to the teeth for tomorrow.
Yep.
I see your teeth chattering, so we're going to let you go. I look forward to seeing how you do tomorrow, and congratulations on a great result today.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Day 1 has finished for the pro men and women. As we feared, the weather did come in, and it did play a role, actually canceling the 3rd stage, which is probably a good thing because there were some wood features that would have likely gotten really dangerous. I'm sitting here with Scott Countryman, who's sitting in position 2 after the first 2 stages. Scott, how'd it go?
Much better than I expected. I definitely did not expect to be up this far. It's been a while since I've done a serious enduro race, so not in exactly the best enduro shape, but I guess the cross-country fitness is working out.
Fitness is key, and you obviously know how to ride the bike, so I never had a doubt.
Yeah. I've just been trying to, keep it smooth, carry speed out of corners. You know, that saves you a lot of energy. So, the tracks are super cool, but pretty physical as well. The first stage had a fair bit of flat, pedally, climby bits with some good techie stuff mixed in. And then stage 2 was super long, like 18 minutes, and real fun and flowy as well, not quite as pedally, but I mean, just a stage that long is physical no matter what. So
going into tomorrow, which is basically all park stages, what stage are you looking forward to most?
Well, I haven't gotten to ride stage 6, but I did get a quick lap on 4 and 5, and 5 is pretty cool. It sounds like 6 is similar.
Awesome. Yeah, I did get to ride stage 6 yesterday. I think it has the spiciest sections, so it's going to be something to look forward to.
Cool. Well, I might be riding it blind, so that would be pretty exciting.
Well, good luck to you tomorrow, and I'm excited to touch base with you after tomorrow's racing and see how you end up.
Sweet. Thanks, Rob.
All right, so I'm here with Brandon from Big Mountain Enduro. What a day we had today. So as predicted, the weather came in. It got spicy in the first 2 stages of the backcountry, and you guys decided to, what I thought was cancel stage 3, but now I hear from you it's actually just postponed.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, with all the weather patterns that were coming through, we were working with the resort, watching the Dopplers. Just thought it was a safe call for everybody who was out there, not to leave them stranded in the backcountry, to cancel 3. And canceling stage 3 today due to weather, high winds, rain, lightning, all that stuff. We're going to add it back in tomorrow to Sunday.
Nice.
So we'll be doing 4 bike park stages tomorrow, which will be rad. Weather's looking great. Should be a hell of a race and tons of entertainment going on.
Yeah, all the riders that we spoke to are very excited about the park day tomorrow. Like you say, the location of the village here is right at the base of the mountain, and all of the spicy sections are literally visible from where we're standing right now. Yep. So we're excited to get up there and watch the riders come through. With the moisture that came today, I'm thinking the dirt's going to be prime tomorrow. What do you think?
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, that rain actually helped. It hasn't rained for a while here. Even with all that rain, our guys came down after the storm and through it, and it was hero dirt. So a little bit of cool weather tonight. Just keep it nice and tacky for tomorrow. It's going to be perfect conditions.
Awesome. So I guess I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll see how the day goes.
I'll be up on the mountain, roaming around, taking photos, and checking it all out. But, yeah, excited for tomorrow.
All right, fantastic, Brandon.
Yeah.
Good to see you, buddy.
You too.
Have a good night.
You too.
All right, so the weather's cleared out, giving the riders a chance to clean their bikes and get them set up for tomorrow. The key to success tomorrow is going to be to keep some air in your tires because the stages are rowdy. For Ryan Corliss, I'm Rob Drew. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, welcome back. It's day 2 of the Big Mountain Enduro here in Bryan Head, Utah, and once again the weather is playing a factor. This time it's not rain, but wind that's causing carnage here in the pits. Mechanics came in this morning to folded up tents and debris everywhere, so right now they're frantically scrambling to get their setups back in place for the riders to get their last-minute preparations for the 4 stages of action here in the park today. The riders are going to see 4 stages, like I said, with about 6 miles of descending and 4,100 feet. So we're looking forward to a lot of action. A couple of these stages are very rugged, and so it should really break up the field between the people that are aggressive and attacking on the descents and the people who are more reserved.
Stage 3 was the postponed stage from day 1 and offered a hiker bike wake-up call as riders pushed their way up the 1,000 feet of elevation to the first stage of the day. Rachel Strait was back racing and laying down some solid and consistent times throughout the weekend.
Pedal, pedal, pedal! Come on!
Stephanie McDaniel was building on her strong day 1 and riding smooth on the bike park oriented stages. Essence Jaspers found herself locked in a tight battle with Portia Murdoch, who took the honours over her on stage 3 by 6 seconds.
Get it, Rob! Yeah, boy!
Warren Nish showed his strength on the rowdy bike park stages, securing a 4th place on the opening stage of day 2. Shane Leslie was riding super consistent, locking in another 5th place on stage 3 and eyeing a podium overall.
Ow! Run off, Cody!
Cody Kelly started the day much like he had ended day 1, locking in another stage win by just over a second. Stage 4 started as a bike park DH stage with plenty of jumps and berms, and then trickled down into some tight and physical single track. Scott Countryman continued his consistency throughout the weekend, but was unable to match his P1 and P2 on the backcountry stages of yesterday. Cody Kelly was looking ominous, taking out the second fastest time of the stage, losing less than a second on the fastest time. That fastest time came from Warren Niss, who was the big mover on day 2 after sitting in 7th overnight. Leah Westerman had another strong stage in 4th, but it was Portia Murdoch making moves and taking out back-to-back stages. Stages 5 and 6 were the most rugged and technical of the weekend. Riding fast while keeping your bike in one piece was going to be key. Countryman did keep air in the tyres, but unfortunately suffered a mechanical, smashing his derailleur on a rock. Evan Giancopoulos was still sitting in 2nd place overall, but must have made some mistakes during the stage, losing 15 seconds to Warren Niss in 3rd.
Yeah, boy!
The battle for the top 3 spots on the podium was really heating up. Warren Niss was on an absolute charge, winning stage 5 and 2 of the 3 stages for the day so far.
Lock it down, kid!
In the Pro Women's division, it was the same 3 faces battling for the top 3 spots.
Get it.
Portia Murdoch had taken out the first 2 stages of the day and was eyeing off the top step of the podium. But it was Essence Jaspers that wrestled her way back to the top, winning stage 5 by 3 seconds. Stage 6 was another high-speed, gnarly bike park stage with one particular rock garden section that claimed many victims. It was full of loose rocks and wheel traps. Scott Countryman had his bike up and running and managed to navigate the Wildflower Rock Garden without issue, but unfortunately Leon Hansen and Colton Peterson didn't keep it rubber side down.
Yeah, Cody.
It all came down to this, the final stage with Cody Kelly battling to hold off both Warren Niss and Evan Giancopoulos, who were pressuring on every stage. In the end, Cody Kelly took the stage win by 2 seconds. In the Pro Women's division, the Wildflower Rock Garden was proving treacherous, with Janelle Sukup having a nasty OTB into the catch berm which put her out of the race.
Yeah, Portia. Nice, Essence.
Portia Murdoch was pushing hard trying to take the win from Essence Jaspers, but just couldn't bridge the gap. with Jaspers winning the final stage by 4 seconds.
All right, I'm here with Scott Countryman. Scott, you finished 5th in the Pro Men's, but you came out of day 1 in 2nd place after a stage win. What happened?
Yeah, stage 1, well, you know, the backcountry stages are definitely my forte, so, you know, it was good to get a little bit of a head start, maybe you could say, and I knew I was going to lose time, so no big deal, but that first stage today was definitely a little bit of a eye-opener / reminder of the pace you got to carry in these kinds of stages to do well. I definitely was a little off pace, and after that turned it back up and was feeling better, doing better. Fortunately had a little meeting of my derailleur with a rock that, you know, cost me a little bit of a time, but managed to salvage it all and ended up 5th, so I'm stoked.
Well, when I talked to you before the race, you said that you basically are coming off the couch for enduro. You've been riding cross country, but you didn't feel like you were necessarily in enduro shape, and I was really impressed with the result you came out with on day 1. This place is rugged, so keeping air in the tires was key, which you were able to do. So I'm impressed with the 5th place result.
Yeah, thanks, man. You're right. Like, just keeping upright, keeping air in the tires was priority number 1 for sure. And balancing that with trying to go fast it's pretty interesting. It's exciting, you know. Definitely good reminder of kind of why I loved enduro racing, you know, and you know the crew out here is awesome. So good time, and yeah, happy to be out here again. It was fun.
Well, you've always been one of my favorite riders to watch. I love your style. Congratulations on top 5, buddy.
Thanks, Rob.
All right. Okay, I'm here with Essence Flory, who took the win in the women's pro division here at Bryan Head. How did it go for you?
Pretty good. I didn't start off stage 1 very well, but stage 2 we had the torrential downpour, and I feel like for some reason that was a good thing for me. It was almost a 20-minute stage, so I just told myself, like, this stage is gonna win or lose the race, and I took my glasses off and let the mud fly into my eyes and was like, all right, here we go. Like, I gotta push, otherwise this is where the race is gonna be lost.
So the difference between the backcountry stages and the park stages was huge. Did you prefer the backcountry versus the park stuff?
You know, obviously I'm pretty grateful for stage 2 because that gave me a good 30-second like cushion. But I will say the bike park stages, like stage 5 and stage 6, or the more technical ones, and I really enjoyed those.
So you're a regular at TDS and you always deliver there. The trails are insanely rugged there. So surely this was nothing for you.
No, this was challenging. I think coming from Purgatory was my first BME at Durango, and that race really like showed me that I need to work on my upper body strength. Just because I love technical, but I think I'm lacking some strength that I need to really power through it in the way that I want to. So this was challenging for me as well, and I can see where my weaknesses are and got to work on them. So
the dancer's legs weren't the ticket here?
Actually, the dancer's legs saved me on one of my practice runs. I was coming down stage 5 and I was like coming down the chute and like hit my foot off and was like arabesquing my way through the rocks, and everybody was like, oh, and I was like, balance, dance, it helps.
Viral moment.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll see you on the podium.
Yeah, see you there.
Okay. Okay, so I'm here with Cody Kelly, winner of the Pro Men's Division at Bryan Head. How did it go for you, buddy?
Solid, man. Yeah. It's this is not home race for me, but I live like 4 hours north of here. Haven't actually ridden here before this week, really, other than the backcountry stuff. But yeah, man, stoked to race in the home state is what I'm getting at. It's always cool, you know, families here, so on and so forth. So solid weekend though. Yesterday was a big day in the wet and cold, but today was also cold, but thankfully dry. So yeah, loved the tracks in the bike park. It was good fun.
Yeah, we were up on the stages, and so every stage you came through, you looked smooth and solid. Bike seemed to be working good, hooked up. you kept airing your tires, and I think that was the key here.
Yeah. It with how rocky it is, man, you know how it goes. It's easy to have issues with the bike, drivetrain, tires, wheels, everything. So, yeah, I don't know. I ride bootleg a lot in the winter, so like, you know, avoiding rocks that can ruin your race is kind of name of the game there as well. So it felt like that translated over nicely for me because I've done that for years and years now. Like that's kind of where I got my start racing downhill, honestly. So yeah, it was fun, but definitely a big key to keep the bike in one piece.
Yep. Well, congratulations on the result. We'll see you on the podium.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Good job.
Gritty. I mean, come on. Let's hear it for your champion. Getting gritty on that bike. Essence Jespers. And your podium in top 5 for pro women. Respect. Now for the Bubblies. Essence getting lit up. Let's hear it for your champion, Cody Kelly, and your pro main podium. Now comes the champagne shower.
All right, I'm here again with Brandon Ontiveros, the boss at Big Mountain Enduro. What an event. I mean, wow. We were up there for every single stage. It was gnarly. It was exciting. Clean racing, tight racing. I loved it. How'd it go for you?
It was real good overall. We're stoked to be here. Just a really unique venue. Yesterday threw some weather challenges at us, so that was a little stressful, but we got through the day. Yep. We had to postpone stage 3, which we were able to continue into today. But yeah, today was amazing. 4 bike park stages, just a good mix of technical, rocky terrain. You know, some wind to contend with all day today, but overall it went well. Yeah, really happy with the results. The team did an awesome job. Obviously, it's a big team effort. You know, we have 20 plus people working for us to pull these things off, so the guys did an awesome job. Tip our hats off to Brian Head and all of our sponsors who got us through the season. But yeah, what a hell of a race. Great way to finish the season for sure.
Yeah, this is my first time at Brian Head, and I got to say, what a venue. I'm kind of sad I didn't get to ride. I got to pre-ride the stages. There was some definite gnar going on out there.
For sure. Well, you and I are in the same boat. I just had knee surgery less than 2 months ago, so I haven't been on the bike since. Was out hiking around, just getting a sample of it, and yeah, super unique. We're excited to come back here next year and showcase the bike park and even more terrain. Hopefully they can build some new stuff, dip into the backcountry a little bit more, and just keep it well balanced and fun for everybody. So yeah. Yeah,
I didn't get to ride that backcountry stage, but everybody I talked to said that Dark Hollow was legit.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, pros were doing it in 17, 18 minutes. I mean, that's got to be the longest stage we've ever had for a BME. 9 years of running this. All the days in Crested Butte, the big backcountry stages, you know, the early days at Durango. But geez, when you can get a 15+ minute stage, that's pretty unique in enduro these days. A lot of it's getting kind of shortened and bike park centric. So yeah, it was neat to see the big stages yesterday, and then come back and mix in some technical rocky terrain, and yeah, just an awesome venue, and again, great way to finish the season.
Any companies you want to thank?
Of course. I mean, obviously Brian Head Resort, Yeti Cycles for being our title sponsor for 9 years now. Maxxis is our co-title. We've got Shimano, Fox, Stans, DT Swiss, Rally Van, Industry 9, Upslope Brewing. We couldn't do it without the support of all of our sponsors. Again, our staff, huge, you know, thanks to those guys. They're all like family and brothers to me. So yeah, it's a big team effort. A lot of things involved behind the scenes, companies that support us, but it takes an army to pull these off. And yeah, gratitude to all those companies and employees.
Super duper. Well, awesome job. It was great to see you as always. Yeah, thanks. And I'll catch you next season, buddy.
That's good.
All right.